So happy Friday, a happy spring Friday. I hope everyone is surviving the pollen. Hopefully, we won't have much longer to tolerate this. My name is Michelle Kelton. I'm the Vice President of NC Tech, and I'm joined here by my colleague, Erin, if you'll introduce yourself.
Hey, my name's Aaron Fuller. I'm the manager of membership development.
Great. Thank you, Erin. We are here to share with you an overview of the North Carolina Technology Association, NC Tech, and to share with you some ways that companies leverage membership and engagement with us, and individuals can get involved in areas that match their personal and professional interests. So let's get started. So this is a little bit about who we are. NC Tech's mission is to foster growth and champion innovation in the state. We were founded in 1993. We just celebrated our 32nd anniversary at the Governor's Mansion about a month and a half ago. So we have been around. We've seen a lot of evolution in technology and growth in our state. So it's a great state to be in if you're in technology. There's four areas of focus for us, and you see them listed here. Professional networks really speaks to all the different ways that we bring folks together, whether it's for programming and content, for peer interaction, for business connections. There's lots of opportunity on our calendar for folks to get involved, either in person or virtually. There's a fit for everyone. The second area here is government affairs. So we are the organization seen as the lead organization for technology in the state. We represent interests at the state legislature to make the environment friendly in North Carolina for technology companies and technology operations to grow and thrive. We also convene the state vendor group. The third area here is sector promotion, and that speaks to all the different ways that we like to share the good news of what's happening in the state. We have a number of research reports that we release, and we have a couple of awards programs that anyone, not just members, can apply to be recognized. We are getting ready soon to announce our next Tech Award winners. We've already gone through the process of nominations and have selected 30 winners that are high performers in their companies and organizations. So folks that are developing product and growing revenue and supporting their workplaces, and we'll be announcing them. The next Tech Awards is a partnership with Business North Carolina. So these folks will also be profiled in the magazine in June. And we'll celebrate them in Durham next month at a reception. We also host the NC Tech Awards, and we'll talk a little bit more about that soon. The last area, no surprise to most folks, is talent. So we've got to have great talent and a robust pipeline if we're going to continue to have the talent that we need for the companies and organizations that are here, and ones that are starting and others that are looking at coming to North Carolina. So that is a key area of focus for us. This gives you a snapshot on our community. We have about 650 member companies, organizations, and institutions. So once a company joins, any or all of their employees have access to participate in NC Tech. Our members, they represent more than 250,000 employees in North Carolina. And then this is where the one voice for technology in the state. We've had 30 plus years of impact, and we are doing closer to 100 activities and events throughout the year. Our members, about 60% of them are headquartered in the state, and the breakdown in size here is we heavily skew to companies that are smaller or have a smaller footprint in the state of 50 or fewer employees. Then followed by medium organizations. Again, these are numbers based on the number of employees in North Carolina. And then large organizations, just over 10%. Sometimes that might not look at it if you're on our website because a lot of the larger organizations tend to be the ones that are sponsoring at higher levels. So sometimes you see their logos appear more often than some of the smaller companies, but we are reflective of the US business where smaller companies are the base of our membership. And then we are NC Tech, so we have members from the mountains to the coast. And we are active across the state. We are in the middle of our Spring Brews and Bites, our networking events, and we've been to Wilmington. We have one in Raleigh a couple of weeks ago, and we've got Brews and Bites coming up next week in both the Triad and Charlotte. So you'll see activity and companies from all over the state at our events and within our network. All right, so now we're going to move into sharing a little bit more about what we do. The first area we call our signature events, and signature events are ones that are annual. They are branded, and our members expect that they'll see those from us every year. We try to be relevant and current with what's going on in the economy and in the state. Then next we have summits and programs. Those are driven by content as well. We have networks that we offer members that some of them are open to anyone and some are based on the role that you serve within your organization. And then we have resources that are available and accessible to members. Our annual events are the larger events. We've already had our Outlook for Tech, which is the one that we host in Charlotte. It's always at the beginning of the year, and it's a kickoff. So we like to talk about what we expect to see and forecasting things around technology trends and tech spend. We also release our State of the Tech Industry report at this event. The next big event is the State of Tech Exponential, and that's the one that's coming up in May. The presenting sponsor on this event has been IBM for more than a decade. Our themes this year will be around AI, cybersecurity, and talent. And we'll be announcing a whole slate of speakers next week for this event. There's sponsorship opportunities and great opportunities for visibility and connecting with those that attend that event. It is not a 2-day conference. It says May 14, 15. Actually, the 14th is a reception. So there's a networking reception that evening, and then the actual event and content is May 15th, and it will be held in the Durham Convention Center. Over the summer, we host a golf classic and leadership summit in Pinehurst. This tends to be a favorite. And our leadership summit is hosted by our board of directors and board of advisors. These are two separate events. So you can come in and golf, or you can attend the leadership summit, or you can plan to be with us for both. And then the largest event of the year is our NC Tech Awards, and that is held in November, December timeframe. It's a little bit later this year, December 9th, and that is typically about 750 business and technology and public leaders from around that state that gather to celebrate technology companies, the use of technology, and leaders in technology. And over the summer is when we launch our applications. So if you're interested in applying for an award, stay tuned. June is the time frame that we go live with applications. Moving on to our summits. We have two really key summits, one that we hosted actually last week. Erin, can you move the slide over? The Engaging the Future Workforce is a tech workplace summit. And so we talked about topics such as AI in the workplace, generations, diversity, lots of different topics that touched upon workers and workplace. So that was just held. In September is our summit for women in tech. So this is a women exclusive event. and that will be in Wilmington this year. We're super excited to move the event. We have been in New Bern for the past 3 years, but we have grown out of the number of hotel rooms that are available in that area. So we are bringing the event to Wilmington, and it includes some social and fun activities on the first day to foster some opportunities to enjoy the area that we're in, but also to meet women from around the state. And then we have a welcome reception, group dinners all around town. And then the next day, we have a really impactful event with content speakers, motivational moments, breakout sessions. So that is one not to be missed if you're a woman in technology or on the fringes of technology. A couple of the programs that we offer, I mentioned Brews and Bites. That is just a networking event. We like to host them at breweries or at member facilities. So it's always fun to be able to go in and see one of our members, their workplaces. And so some of those you'll see pop up at different companies around the state or at a local brewery. And then virtual workshops are opportunities for our members to share content with our audience. So all members have an opportunity to host a virtual workshop. It allows us to diversify the content that we provide. We have one coming up next week on Tuesday, and it's social media for tech organizations. So if that sounds like an area of interest for you, please register. They're free, they're virtual, and it's going to be interactive. A longtime partner and friend of ours, Chuck Hester, a Purpose Partnership, is going to be the one hosting that event with his partner. So that's one that we're really looking forward to next week, and you'll see those on the calendar pop up pretty regularly. So our events calendar is dynamic. We put a lot of things on there that we know that we're doing, and then we add to it throughout the year. Moving on to networks. As I mentioned, we have some executive networks that are open for participation to individuals that have that position within their organization. So CIOs and CISOs, tech CEOs, and we're getting ready to launch a CTO network this year for those that are CTOs, CPOs, heads of engineering. So excited to offer that new one. They meet quarterly in a virtual roundtable discussion. We host in-person receptions for executive networks and also executive dinners at exclusive places around the state. We have some other networks that are available for those that want to get more closely tied into our organization, or have an interest in government vendor work, or if you're a woman in technology, we do have some continuity in our engagement with women throughout the year. So not just at our Summit for Women in Tech, but one of the things that we're doing right now is offering lean in circles. So we have 20 circles led by women, and they meet with a group of typically 6 to 10 other women on a monthly basis to mentor and be mentored. So those are great ways for professional development and support for women in technology. Hopping around here, our board of advisors is a group of individuals that want to get more closely tied into our organization and connect with other advisors. I think it's over 30% of our members now have a seat on the board of advisors. They also get some other benefits for serving on the board of advisors, and we reach out to them occasionally when there's opportunities for feedback. So asking them if there's a new program we're planning to roll out, or some research, a pulse poll, we go to our board of advisors and seek their input. Erin runs our ambassadors. Erin, do you want to say a word about the ambassadors?
Sure. So the ambassadors kind of help us, we're covering all of North Carolina. So we have people in different regions that kind of help us introduce new members. And when we come to events, if I'm not there, they can help introduce and make connections with people.
Yeah, great. Thank you. So they're kind of like a membership committee for us. So helping us connect with companies. A lot of these folks are pounding the pavement and working closely with companies that we might not have a connection with yet. So it's great to have some folks that will say, hey, are you members of NC Tech? If you're not, you should look at joining and getting involved. So they're a great group of folks and always there to help network if you're attending an event for the first time and you don't know people in our network yet. So they'll help guide you and be a friendly person to speak with. Moving on to talent. Erin and I have a colleague who her name is Andrea Fleming, and she leads talent and workforce initiatives for NC Tech. And these are some of the programs that she manages. We have a tech board, a job board. It's a resource. And it's free for members to post positions on. If you're interested in taking a look at that, you can visit our website, and under talent, you'll be able to navigate to our job board. We have a focus on talent series, and those are typically webinars, and they touch upon topics that pertain to talent. So whether it's leveraging the military or diversifying your talent pipeline, lots of different topics, and we collaborate with our members to provide that content. And then we also have a Meet the Employer webinar. We actually had one yesterday with nearly 200 people registered, and it's a great way for a company to be able to share about who they are and what technology projects they're embarking on, what positions they have available, what their culture is like. So it's really an opportunity for a company to share all about them to those that might be interested in seeking or applying for a job there. And then last year, we launched a Center for Workforce Innovation with MetLife. So we have a number of events throughout the year with MetLife. Another one that's coming up next week, also on Tuesday, is an allyship and action program, and that's going to be hosted at MetLife. The details are on our website, and that's still available for registration if you're interested in attending in person. And then moving on. We've got the two main research reports that we release each year. Andrea manages our research as well. One is the State of the Tech Industry Report. We've been doing this since 2015, and it is a very thorough report. We have a whole website of data on that website here that you see, ncstir.com. You can go to it directly, or you can navigate through our website to research and learn a little bit more about it there and access the site. It shows how North Carolina measures up to the other states in a wide variety of areas: the number of establishments, the number of employees, salaries, demographics, investment, you name it. There's a lot of data that's shared, and we have an executive summary. We have a full report that's downloadable. And it's a resource that's super valuable to seeing where we're doing well and where we might have some opportunity for growth. We also release an IT job trends dashboard each month, and that one is dedicated to showing open IT jobs and positions in North Carolina from the previous month. So this is a monthly release, and it shows how many positions were posted, where those are located, what the skills and occupations are, and that is very often picked up by the media. A few other resources that we provide, we have a member discount program, so members can either take advantage or offer a discount to fellow members. We have one with Lenovo, and they have a website with discounted pricing for members to be able to purchase equipment for their office or for their personal use. So it's great to have Lenovo here and manufacturing in the state, and that's a resource to take advantage of. Another one is Business North Carolina Magazine offers a free subscription to their magazine to our members. You'll find those on our website under resources. We also have a marketing toolkit that provides some things that members can utilize if they're looking for branding and visibility. There are logos and seals available. There is a link to our member directory that you see below here. All members have a page in the directory and they can share information about their presence in North Carolina and what they do. There's opportunities in there to post videos or pictures, social media links, employees. So it's just a great way for um, uh, members to be able to, and the general public to be able to find who's here and what they're doing. And if they're looking for a company with a certain capability, the member directory is also available in a pretty robust searchable fashion too. So not just the types of industries that are members of ours, but also things like who are all your technology companies, which ones are headquartered in North Carolina, which are have a diverse led leader. So lots of different ways to be able to utilize the search functions in the member directory. And then also in the marketing toolkit are some online forms that allow members to submit content for our blog. And there's different formats for that. It's led by Michaela Smith, our colleague who manages marketing and communications for NC Tech. There are blogs where you can do a profile on your company. There's leadership blogs and executive interviews and content. So all different ways that you are able to help contribute to the dynamic content that we share with our community and the greater region. And so this is what it looks like. And blog features are posted on our homepage. They're in our communications. We post them on social media. So a great way to get some visibility there too. Then moving on. We're getting there. We're getting to the end. Our virtual community is called NC Tech Connect. It's a bit of a cross between LinkedIn and Facebook. It allows members to be able to introduce themselves, to post information, to put out a poll, and join groups that match their interests. And those are resources. You have to be an employee of a member organization to be able to join the virtual community. And so if you're not already a member of NC Tech Connect, on our website under membership, you'll be able to find the virtual community and get there. It's very quick to start your own profile. It's just name, title, company, and picture, and then we'll grant access for you to be part of our virtual community. We are very active on social media. So this is just a reminder that if you don't follow us already on your platforms of choice, to please do so. The most active is LinkedIn. I believe we're at close to 14,000 followers in LinkedIn. So lots of content that we post there, things that are upcoming, recaps of events, content from our members, sharing good news when North Carolina gets recognized for an accolade or a ranking. So lots of different content posted in all the platforms. On YouTube, we do record a lot of our virtual content, and those that are open to members and non-members are posted on YouTube. There are certain things that we do record. We live stream and record things like our government vendor sessions. Those are recorded but not available publicly. There's a firewall and access only for members to be able to see those briefings. And then the last slide is our membership team. You've met Aaron, who leads membership development. Ben Tramontana is our manager of membership services. So Ben works most closely with our existing members and helping them get engaged, also to be a resource if you've got information that needs to be updated in your record. He also helps us with reaching out to members when it's time for renewal. And then Kay Reed is our manager of Charlotte operations. So Kay is focused on membership growth and retention, but also is the person that you will most often see when we have activities in Charlotte or activities that our partners host. She represents us in the market. And that concludes, we're right at 9:29. So if there's any questions, you can feel free to submit those in Q&A. You can reach out to us separately as well. And if there's no questions, we'll give it a minute, Aaron. And if there's no questions, we'll go ahead and bid you a great weekend. And congratulations to those that are going to be watching the Blue Devils this weekend. So we're going to be rooting for Duke, our only North Carolina team still in contention for the Final Four. And yeah, I don't see any questions. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and have a great day and a weekend. Oh, wait, let me see. I've got one question here. Are non-CIO CISOs welcome to the CIO roundtables? Yes, only if you are responsible for internal infrastructure or security. So not all organizations have a named CIO, but there might be a head of IT or a vice president of technology, a director of technology. Yes. And for any, if you want to reach out to us separately too, we'd be glad to speak with you. We do keep a distribution list of our CIOs and those that have that responsibility, and communicate with them when there's upcoming meetings and activities for those networks. Another question is there any groups that focus on people who innovate in tech, such as the Director of Innovation? So I would imagine that when we launch the CTO network, that we'll see titles like CTOs, CPOs, it could be heads of innovation, directors of innovation, engineering. So I would say that the Chief Technology Officer group is going to be the best fit for someone who leads innovation. Good questions. All right. I don't see any others popping in. Thank you for those, and thank you for your time, and hope to see you soon.